to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy, D Hunt, aka The Silent Prophet, along with my co-host, Big Country.
What's good, people? Mr. Too Real for TV's back at it.
Like I said before, go ahead, like, share, subscribe. Let's get that out the way. Also, if you want to check somebody else out, you can go check out my cousin Mike. He does State of Being. Don't give him just give him the websites.
Okay, so you can always...
God, I'm just saying, give it to them quick so they can have it.
Okay, so check out wasteddesires.com. You can check out Yanni Like Mine, Traces Like Mine.
Mm-hmm. Cool babies. So go check those out. Hair care products for black women, by black women, but really for all women. State of Being. He shoots a podcast similar to this, but he talking far more personal. And also us, Something for the People. That's something number 4, DA people. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But while we're talking about that, let's go ahead and get into these topics, because we know why you came. All right, shooting the breeze. Woman breaks up with man because he offers to change her oil, but she wants him to pay for her oil to be changed. Keep in mind, he is a certified mechanic. How do you feel about this?
So, I have a huge issue with, honestly, I think any guy that can actually change oil would have a huge issue with this. Mm-hmm. Because the idea is, if we go together, if we are together, if you're my wife, if you're my girlfriend, whatever, I'm looking out for your best interest. I want you to be in the safest position. And we know as males, the same as the world knows, sometimes when you go to the mechanic shop or you go to all these other places, they may charge you extra because you are a woman, or they may charge you for other things you may not need at that point in time. But if I'm a certified mechanic, that means I'm able to work on your car with no issues. I went to school for this. I've done this. So let me take care of you the right way, make sure everything's tip-top shape, and you're good. But when you sit here and tell me, oh, we got to break up because you want me to pay for somebody else that does what I do to work on your car, like, that's ignorance and stupidity.
All right. For those of you who don't understand how men are thinking about this particular situation, let's take it really simple. All right, you married a heart surgeon, right?
Yeah,
that's your profession, and I am not being sexist. I'm going to say that the woman is the surgeon.
Mm.
I was smart enough to know that she was going places. I don't want to look. My wife's a heart surgeon, cardiologist. Boom. So now I got a pain in my chest, and instead of saying, "Hey, babe, could you think something wrong? Let me get your expert opinion." Because at that point, because you are a cardiologist, heart doctor, you have expert advice, and you like, oh, well, I'll look at it. No, I changed my mind. I want to go to the doctor, the general doctor real quick. I just want to just check. But I'm a cardiologist. I can tell you that I know how to work the machine. I know everything that you need to know. I can do this for you. Instead, no. I want you to send me to a generalist who's going to refer me to a heart doctor who's going to then tell me, and then I want you to pay for that. So I'm sitting here with a certified world-renowned heart doctor. And instead of getting, I know would be above optimal, like above because at that point, you care about me personally.
Yeah.
So I ain't got to worry about you might over-administer drugs. You might skip a couple steps. You might leave a tool in there or something. I ain't worried about none of those malpractice suits. I ain't got to worry about that. Because The person who's working on me loves me.
Yeah.
I'm going to deny you that opportunity to do for me because I'd rather you go and pay absorbent amounts of money to show your love.
Well, I got an easier one that most women can understand. Like, for example, I shout out my wife on here all the time. My wife's a beautician. My wife does hair. Why the hell would I send my daughter, who needs her hair done, to another woman that does hair versus my wife who does hair? That is a certified beautician. She went to cosmetology school and everything of that sort. So I would be more cognitive to understand that my wife does. She has an invested interest in our daughter. Mm-hmm. On top of an invested interest in our daughter, she also does this for a living. So it's like, why? Why? And then also, it saves on our pockets because we don't have to come out of our pockets.
It's all up. It's all benefits. From the second that we came to the conclusion that we needed some assistance in this area, to the end result, which is us figuring out, hey, you're capable of getting it done. And it's not something that's going to take you outside or inconvenience you heavily. It's just not. If you're a mechanic, you in the cars all the time. If you're certified, most likely you got your own shop. I can just jack it up, get it done, push you back on the road. You ain't got to go do the whole, you need to sit, wait. Because that's oil change. Mm-hmm. You got to sit, got to wait. You got to wait some more. If you do it at Walmart, you got to walk around the store.
Yeah.
And then when you really go over and look at who's doing the work, it's some teenager.
Yeah.
Who ain't been in the game long. But not to knock you. I respect every person out here getting their check.
Well, I just don't like things that are not sufficient and timely. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes when you're in there getting your oil changed, I'm like, no, it don't take this long. I could change my own oil faster than this.
Right.
But again, if I have you doing that, that's for a reason. But when you have a certified mechanic there to be able to do this work that is qualified in every way possible, hell, truth be told, you don't have to be a certified mechanic to change oil. Like, you just gotta be a dude that knows something about cars.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Yeah.
All right with this one.
And it's crazy you break up with him. Like the disrespect behind that, it just makes me think about how this world is. And we are so gung-ho on trying to push people to spend money. Well, my bad, not people, men to spend money.
Exactly.
On nothing. It's like, oh, well, you got to spend money on that. No, don't do it yourself. Spend money on that. I have a home. I'll save us a lot of money because I could work on things in this home. Why the hell would I spend money for somebody to come do the exact same thing I can do?
And what we crazy is they not going to do it 100% to your life because they don't know exactly what you... They got a cookie cutter response for everything that goes on. Yeah. That light went out. You want a new light up there? Okay.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna go and figure out. Oh well, let's shop fixtures first. What we shopping? I'm here for wires.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna upcharge you on a lot of things
because at that point it's convenience fee. You didn't have to get up to go to the store to get this stuff. I did, and in that time for me leaving your house to go get what I need to come back to your house. That's got to be accounted for in time. So what she really saying is she'd rather go sit in somebody's office and read them dry magazines they got on the table as opposed to sit on a couch.
No. She don't want to do that. She want you to do that.
Oh, yeah. You're right. She want you to go suffer first. Mm-hmm. What is it? What is it about inconvenience that women of this generation seem to love? It's like we say it's money, but it can't be money. It's like for some, I really do believe, but majority of them, I just be like, when they come up with these statements, inconvenience is like the flavor of the day. I could do this right here, right now. It's not inconvenient enough. It's just not.
See, honestly, to me, I'm just gonna say it like this because I always gotta be honest. I think the part of it is like, not that women want to see you suffer, but if you're not suffering, they don't think you're doing the man thing. It's like, God said man had to sweat about the sweat, hey, bro. Nah, you ain't sweating enough. Let me make sure he sweat a little more for that. Because I'm like, hold up, I have an easier way of doing it. No. Don't do the easy way. Do it this way. Whatever happened to work smarter, not harder?
But I feel like that only works in our, like, man to man. It's work smart. Because if you and me both sitting here and this couch needs to be moved, the first thing I'm going to ask you for is a furniture dollar.
Yeah.
But if my wife walked in here, she's going to be like, y'all ain't picked that couch up yet? Wait. I got a furniture dollar. And then they're going to be like, you could have been had that couch out. I could have.
Yes. But
I got a furniture dollar.
I have something to make this job easier on the people that are actually doing this
right now. So
that's like you have with the topic. You have somebody that can make your life much easier with your car because he has an invested interest in your car running. Because you can't go see your man if you ain't got no car, and he don't want to always come see you. So. Hey, he can work on your car, make sure it's up to top-notch A1 shape. And when it's up there, it's like more things can be done. Simple, easy. But, oh, no. Have him over there go do it.
We're going into You Won't Believe This. And You Won't Believe This is brought to you by...
As always, love to shout out my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. I ask y'all to check out Yanni Like Mine, Traces Like Mine, Wasted Desires. Yanni Like Mine, ladies, if you do not know what your Yanni is, look it up. It does not clean as hell. Wasted Desires. These are waist beads, ankles, bracelets, thigh chains, all those things to make your body glitter and shine. And then Traces Like Mine. This is a hair care product for a black woman by a black woman to help all people, not just black women, but they say they don't have things in store for black people's hair. This is a woman doing it for you. Also, like to shout out Brittany Bossing Up. I ask y'all to check out her. She is a motivational speaker. She is a counselor. She has also written a few books actually uplifting the youth at Empower You. You can look her up on YouTube. You can also look her up on Instagram and Facebook.
Top notch. As I did earlier, I'm going to shout out my cousin Mike, or Wiggly. That's what they call him in these game spaces, but he shoots a podcast called SOB. It's not that way, though. It's not that. It's state of being, okay? And in there, he's talking about various concepts and things that are more of a... Just go listen to him. You'll hear his robust palette of information that he has to give to people. And one thing about him, he's very open, so he'll say something. If you got a rebuttal to it and want to talk to him about it, load up his comment section. He will respond. Outside of that, I'm going to shout out these people who are really, really important specifically to this show that you're seeing right now. And those people are us right here, okay? And if you don't know who we are something, the number 4, DA people. If you're on YouTube, type podcast at the internet. It's going to minimize those search results and bring us up a whole lot quicker. Okay? So, if you're on any podcasting platform, when I say any podcasting platform, I mean any podcasting platform, at least that we know of. Now, if you know of another one, load the comment section. We're going to get on theirs too. But any one of those, if you leave us a 5-star review, we would appreciate you. Anything less than 5 stars is something that we need to do this thing called negotiate with. Give us some comments, and if we can't figure out or resolve the issues that may be in your situation well to where we can't fix it, then let me tell you again, Brittany Bossing Up also has a show, and my cousin Mike got a show. If you can give them 5 stars, it's All the same. It's community here. So, like I said, podcast, 5-star review, YouTube, like, share, subscribe. And that share part is really important because when you share it, it lets people who you know, who think more like you do, hey, there's a show that I think you might like. And that's us. So, we're going to do this one more time, and I do mean one more time. This is specifically for the people in the back who ain't got good hearing like that. Something, the number 4, DA People podcast on YouTube. All right, jumping in, you won't believe this. All right, guy from the Average College commercial states he's never went to college, and that the commercials were shot in apartment parking lots.
See, this is the ignorance that I have with this. Like, if you ever remember those Everest college commercials, like, remember, this was the dude that was like, if you're just sitting here at home, you're not doing nothing, do it right now. It's like, yeah, go to college. Go. You could be a paralegal. You could do all this other kind of stuff. And, maybe that motivated some people to go to college. But to find out this man never went to college.
But it's just saying, it's smarter to influence than to be influenced. Okay?
Yeah.
All this time, I'm sitting up here like, this Everest College dude, because I went over here to the university. I went to UNT. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? For those people who are just sitting on their couch and don't want to do nothing, he telling y'all the truth.
Yeah.
But the whole time, I was sitting up here believing a lie. I was lied to.
Yeah. It was lied to bad.
I'm sitting here being heavily deceived.
And it's bad because America gets lied to a lot. Don't get me wrong. I do believe, depending on your field, that going to college is a smart idea for you. But for all these fields, maybe going to the military would have been better for you. But you know how much they push college on you. Now, a lot of us college as graduates are in debt. Exactly. We owe money.
I owe money.
And I'm like, just for going to college, I'm like,
trying to get my life right.
Like the average college dude, he didn't even go.
So, what he's telling y'all is, for average college commercial man, it was a check. Yeah. That's all it was. Hey, bro, I don't care nothing about average college. I ain't finna go. If you see that the college is money hungry, because I'd be like, if you're going to be the spokesperson, we got to at least get you.
First of all, I don't even remember hearing is Everest College still even around?
I don't think so. If you're from Everest or you went to Everest and you got a college degree.
Mm-hmm. How'd that work out for you? I'm just curious. Let me know how that worked out.
How does it feel to know that the advertiser or the spokesperson for Everest College don't care nothing about your college? In fact, it's a part in there, he said, nah, if I had went to Everest College, I wouldn't
be doing this commercial.
I wouldn't be doing this commercial.
Like, God, like, man, that's bad.
Right.
I guess how I feel about it is almost like basically what a lot of things in America, they keep pulling the wool over your eyes and making you believe that it's something when it's not, making you believe, oh yeah, you could do it. Oh, that whole old saying, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But come to find out, oh, you already had boots and you don't have straps.
Yeah, or you got boots and you got straps, but what they requested is for you to literally levitate. Yeah. That's what the state, go back and all these little sayings that you have out here, go get the original.
Yeah.
The original, where it first came, this origin. Yeah. And you'll start to see that a lot of these statements that people make when they try to make it to you and trying to really drive home a point, he a jack of all trades.
That one pissed me off. That was because, like, the original saying goes, a jack of all trades, but the master of none. But being the jack of all trades is still better than being the master of one. So, the idea, yes, you could be great at one good thing, but if that's the only good thing you're great at, it's not better than being good at a lot of things. I may not be the best at everything, but if I have a solid foundation where I'm good at all these things,
Yeah.
I'm going to be far better than the one that's great at one thing.
Right.
Like, if you're a great singer, that's good. But we know a lot of singers that went broke because they either A, couldn't manage their money,
Can
B,
diversify.
yes, B, couldn't get along with their record label, C, couldn't get along with the people that were in their group. Like, Destiny's Child originally was a great group. Originally, when they came out, they were, okay, they weren't great, but they were good. But then they got rid of two of them and came back with Michelle, the one that fell off stage.
Hey, and I ain't knocking Michelle. Like, one thing.
Like, she played her part, though.
She played her part, and I think she was a gospel singer first.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing exceptional. I don't understand why she would leave her career to jump over into that lane. Maybe for the stardom, maybe, but I'm like, I don't see the point, because no matter what you do, it's like it's reminiscent of the 6th grader who hang with the 9th graders.
Yeah.
It's like it's just not your lane. Like, they ain't really finna rock with you, because this ain't what you do for real. So you need to wait till your turn, and then you move in life. But don't just hop on they and ride their wave, because you got your own way to create.
But that was just like Pleasure P. You remember with Pretty Ricky, they were a real good group. I wouldn't say they're the greatest, but they were a real good group. Then all of a sudden, Pleasure P decided he wanted to go solo. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, he wanted to make his money and do things solo. So I'm like, that's cool. But then it ended up crashing down for all of them.
Yeah.
He never did great solo. They never did great without him. So, but the first 2 albums were classics.
They gonna be.
You know how many people at their prom, at their dances, grind on me? You know, up and down, all those, like, it was like.
Look, let's not Pleasure P solo run, though. Because that song he had with Plies, that feature.
Which one?
Let It Fly.
Oh.
You know what?
Oh, man. Okay. Pleasure P had like 2 of them.
He had 2 bangers.
He Under, like, if you don't know what Under is, then you just don't know.
Go look it up.
It's okay. And then Get You Wet, but that wasn't even his song. That was Plies' song.
Oh.
But honestly, I think he actually did that when he was with Pretty Ricky.
He did?
Yes. When he was still with Pretty Ricky.
Hey,
they just had him do the hook part.
He went hard on that hook. He
But,
went too hard.
Again, my bad, because we're going on the wrong tangent.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the idea was with, if you're telling people to do something, you would think that's like those self-book gurus telling you, hey, you should do this. This will make you a millionaire. But the reason they became a millionaire was selling it to you. It wasn't them doing the things that they said they did in the book.
Exactly. A lot of the times, a lot of these internet gurus or YouTube gurus that tell you, I got the perfect technique for you to use to grow this substantially, amass these types of fortunes and all that. One, you just got to first look at the situation. If you really got that, that's what you got right now. Why would you waste time trying to get me to do it?
Yeah.
I'm going to get mine off rip, my first.
Mm-hmm.
Just take regular old, anybody just regular. Right now, if you had a connect for getting Jordans half off all the time, guaranteed.
Yeah.
I'm going to come to your house and see Jordans every other, I'm like, man, you got those? Dang, you got those? It's going to take about that 10th time and me pursuing you to ask you, bro, put me on.
Yeah.
Before you be like, I'm going to tell you about a guy, but this my dude. Don't be out here trying to, because you're going to mess it up for everybody.
Yeah. That was just like...
You're going to mess it up for everybody.
Because the main thing with that would be is when you tell everybody, then when you want to go back and get them shoes, somebody already got them. Oh, your connect became they connect, and they connect. And that's like with the drug game. It was like, hey, if you have a connect on a product that you trying to move, the worst thing for you to do was have everybody know your connect, because now they're going to try to get the product that you got.
And they try to cut you out.
Mm-hmm.
We cut you out. But on top of that, even on everybody ain't as solid as you. And this is a life lesson. Everybody ain't as solid as you. So you and your connect move in a way where you feel comfortable and your connect feel comfortable. So hey, I'm when it come to getting these shoes, he might be able to stash these away for you. But if he gets to a point he got to stash 6 or 7 people's shoes away, then he gets to a point where I've been rocking with the Prophet since the beginning. He the only reason I got the 4 extra customers.
Yeah.
So then you come ask for a shoe, and he gonna be like, I'm gonna stash it away, guaranteed. But let that 4th guy come ask for the same shoe and you ain't got it. Well, you gave it to the Prophet.
Yeah.
Now he wanna snitch and mess it up for everybody.
See,
because he ain't you.
See, we were talking about this before the show. That reminds me of when I was in middle school. When I was in middle school, I used to really sweet talk the lunch ladies into giving me free food. So, back in the day, they had the reduced free lunch line, and then they had the snack candy, all the good stuff line. They had the pizza, they had the chips, had all the cheese. That was before Michelle Obama, and they kind of changed all the food, being extra healthy, which is crazy because they don't look healthy. It look like prison food, but neither here nor there. But the idea is they used to let me go into the snack food line, get whatever I want. She used to let me get it all the time. So what I would do, I would get it and go sell it to people and make money off of it. So one day, I don't know which dude, but it was my fault because I ended up saying, well, the lunch ladies be giving me this stuff. It was like, oh, you don't have to pay? Well, I mean, I got it like that. And I was bragging about it, which is my fault. But I was young, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, oh, well, the lunch ladies hook me up. The lunch ladies give me this. They do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, cool. Then, a couple weeks later, the lunch lady was like, I can't give it to you no more. I'm like, what happened? Well, somebody went and told the principal that I was giving you free food, and they felt it was unfair for the other students. There goes my connect. There goes my profit. There goes my free lunch now I got to go back to the reduced lunch line. Nobody wants the reduced lunch line.
Unless they got the piece. All them little cheese, them little cheese things, those bread, cheese sticks. I don't know what they was. But that with that little sauce, man.
Hey, I don't know why that breakfast pizza went hard.
Breakfast pizza next level.
Like, I gotta figure out how to make that myself.
Bro, you ain't even gotta figure out how to make it. They still make it. You know. Because my aunt, she was a lunch lady. Mm. Those are corporate. They don't actually make that stuff. They just heat it up and serve it. Mm. So you can. I forgot the company name, but was it Cisco or something? But you can buy all that stuff online. You can literally just go buy it.
And because I don't know that pizza.
That breakfast pizza was something different.
Mm-hmm. But sorry, we're going off on that tangent again. So, anyways, but the main thing is, if you're not the person doing it yourself, be careful about the things that you do, because a lot of people will tell you, oh yeah, you can do it, but they're just telling you that because they're trying to get money.
They're trying to profit off.
Like, oh, I'm trying to get these things, and it's bad because you will buy 100% into it, like, oh, I'm going to make this money, I'm going to do this. And then come to find out, as Everest, because I'm willing to bet you money that Everest is no longer around.
Probably not. on top of that, be cautious because we are in the era of the scammer, bro.
Yep.
It just is what it is. Those emails that you get, those phishing emails that you be getting at your job.
Oh, you just won $5,000.
Bro, if you just won $5,000 in a competition that your friend entered you into, stop, bro. Like, at a certain point, we just gotta stop thinking like, I'm gonna get maximum output from zero input. Like, bro, the lotto has astronomical odds for a reason. They trying to tell you it's not likely you're gonna win this. Now, I'm not saying that, hey, $2-3 gamble on that every now and then is gonna hurt. It's not. Yeah. And on the off chance that you actually win, cool. Plus, they say some of the tax dollars go to your schools. So hey, I'm losing $2, but shoot, I done lost more money doing stupid stuff. So here's $2, fam. Get my ticket. Good luck. But when you got the people, give me your life savings. I'm gonna double that by next week.
Hell, I have a family member. I've had friends hit me up with them scammer ideas. It's like, oh man, if you give me 500, I could turn into 5,000. Bro, where your 5,000 at? Oh no, it's not that. And it's like, it sounds like a scam.
I'll be like, look, give me a pencil, I can make you a couple hundred today. But I mean it though. And I ain't asked for nothing major. I just needed a pencil. But the proof is in the put. I produced with a pencil before. And it ain't hurting you to give me the pencil. Come be a participant on the show. I can make an episode for you.
Yeah.
We on the show right now. We making an episode right now. Proofs in the pudding. It don't take much to do.
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly. You ain't gonna tell me to give you 5 G's. You can't show me more than 5 G's. I'd rather, end of the day, Aloe Black said it best. I count on me. I believe in me because I know I'm going to do what it takes to make me win.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I need $1.
I need $1 too. He got, first of all, but the new song, I Count on Me, it just makes sense. It's like, I ain't
heard that one yet.
Go listen to it. You'll be like, he always making these songs for people like me. Hey, bro, I ain't, because he stated the song. I ain't saying that I can't rely on nobody else. Because every now and then, I might need a little help. Yeah. But he's just also reaffirming.
I know who I can count on.
When it come down to it, if ain't nobody gonna do for me, I'm gonna do for me. And that's it. If you got 5 G's, why don't you go get you some books and do for yourself and figure it out? Hey, how I'm gonna flip this. All right, cool beans. We are going to go into Just So You Know. And in the world of Just So You Know, 36-year-old Sonia Messi was shot in her home by police after calling police because she thought there was a prowler outside her home. And if you have not seen this video, it's pretty graphic.
Cold.
It's cold. And
like, you know how many people have said some crazy things about this? Some people talked about it from the biblical sense. Some people talked about it just from a woman versus a man. Then some people talked about it from the black versus white. Like, if you look at it, it's horrible. For those that don't know, Sonia Massey was a woman. She called the police because she heard some noises outside her house one night. So, the thing is, the police officers got over there. When they got over there, one of the police officers went to check it out. Another police officer is talking to her. When they're talking, and when the police officer is talking to her, he says, oh, there's a pot over there boiling. And he was like, can you go turn that off? So, she wouldn't turn that off. The police officer says something about the pot and being careful with the pot. And she said, oh, you talking about the pot and everything? And then she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And it's crazy. She was like, what? And she says it again. He was like, don't you know I will shoot you in the face? He reaches in, pulls out the gun. She puts down the pot and puts her hands up. And he's like, put down the pot. She's already put down the pot. Then he fires off 2 at her in the face.
Right.
And I'm like, there's no cuts. There's no...
It's a straight shot.
Yeah, it ain't no, oh, well, we got to see what's going... You saw what went on beforehand. You saw what went on during... And you see, afterwards, the police officers like, I don't even worry about doing CPR and all that kind of stuff. But you shot her in the face. Like, yes, she was dead.
She's gone.
Yes. But I'm like, for you to even say it afterwards, don't even worry about it.
It's just how hard and callous he was when dealing with a life. It's crazy. And the reason why the whole pot incident is so significant is because in there you see that she starts to read the room. When she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, she's basically saying, I know why you're here. And I know what I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make me the villain here. You asked me to get the pot off the stove. Now you saying you scared because I got the pot that you asked me to get off the stove.
Yeah.
So it's like she basically called out, so this is a setup? Why?
It's also crazy the fact, when the hell did hot water become deadly force?
It ain't even hot. She poured the hot water. It's a hot pot.
Like, the reason why it makes so many people mad is because I'm like, we see this. And people be telling people all the time, there's systemic issues going on. Not saying all police officers are bad or anything like that, but there are issues going on. Some people don't need to be police officers.
Right. At a certain point, it's not just the physical part of a human being that needs to be assessed when going and figuring out who's going to be our protectors and servants. We got to figure that out. It's sometimes a mental, sometimes it's a belief system. Because I wholeheartedly believe that guy right there has some things in his past that are super racially charged.
Yeah.
I don't know him from a can of paint, but just how he interacted with another human being.
Like, there's so many things you have to take into account. Like, and I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be racist, sexist, or chauvinistic, or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to be real. There may be a handful of women that could beat me up. I'm not afraid of the woman with the pot. It's like, she got pot over there. I can move quick enough that I can at least dodge this pot if she throws it at me.
Right.
I have a gun. I have a taser. I have mace. I have a handcuff. I have a stun gun. I have pepper spray. You have a baton. But the thing you decide to reach for is the gun to use deadly force. And on top of you using deadly force, you don't shoot center mass because they teach, you could ask any police officer, they teach you to shoot center mass, not in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Center mass. That means your chest. So you just decided to put 2 in her in the face and be like, oh, after you shot her, you feel bad about it. You don't worry about it. It's like, you don't even got to worry about CPR. And that's why I'm like, this is trash in every way. Mm-hmm. And anybody, I've heard, I was glad that I heard some police officers actually get on social media and say, nah, I don't condone that. Because I know they be having them gag orders in police precincts saying you can't speak on anything that's going on. But nah, it's like, you are a human. You are a human being. You should be like when you see something that you know is against the rule books, that's against code as a person. I know that we'll say, oh, there's a big divide between police versus people, which I don't think is a big divide. I think there are just some people that should never have been police officers. Right. Again, I've said numerous times, I got family members that are police officers. We got a couple of friends that are police officers. And I would be on their side because I know that they uphold what the badge stands for. Oh, no. I do these things because I genuinely want to help people. I genuinely want to help my community. I genuinely want people to be safe. But when you have officers like this, I'm glad that other officers got on social media and said, no, I don't, this ain't us. This is not what we do. This is not what we supposed to do. I wish more police officers would get up and say something just so people understand. No. We don't condone that. What he did, he needs to be punished for. To the fullest extent of the law. Hell, I'm going to be honest. He should go past the extent of the law. I think they need to do a little, hey, if he got to die, like, hey, you need to die the same way you took her out.
This is a twofer. Because I don't want to keep harping on it. Because if I start there, then I'm going to be there. We still got a show to do. Yeah. So, because majority of the time they expect for us as black people to only highlight what the officers did wrong, right? Because they want to paint this picture that we as black people are against
all police,
which that's not true. Even NWA ain't have no issue with the police as a whole. It was just the police in their community who abused and harassed them. And they got lyrics in the song that give you clear distinction between who they talking about and how they were treated. That led to them believing what they believed. So let's be clear. Black people and police, though checkered past, the truth is, hey, we just two people in a crazy situation and we trying to make the best of it from both ends. Yeah. Cool. So, that being said, let me tell you about a cop who was easily could have been painted in the wrong light.
Yeah.
But was right. Here we go. So, officer mistakes an African-American teen for a robbery suspect. 18-year-old Akil Carter was put in handcuffs and forced out of his grandmother's car because the police thought that it was a robbery. Well, with the headline, you would think that, oh, well, what do you mean? Why is this racially charged? Well, let's be clear. The grandson is a black child, grandmother's white. And the reason why I say that the cop is well within his rights and doing what we expect the cops to do is on the grounds that, hey, he ain't just walk up to a car with two different people of different nationality, different races and say instantly, oh, he must have robbed her if he's driving a blue Lexus and she's in the passenger seat. That ain't the case. Oh, wait, no, he wasn't even, he was in the passenger seat. But regardless, he was given a tip that it was a person on the street who saw the black kid get in the back seat, go from the back seat to the passenger seat, and he had a black object in his hand. The person on the street mistook it for a gun. So when the cop arrived to the situation, let's be clear, the teen did not die. That teen is very much alive, living a life, going and doing things that all, men at this age should be going to do, right? But that cop was informed that, hey, it's a potential weapon in the situation. So being that there's a potential weapon, not a pot, a potential weapon, at least with enough deadly force to have you give me your car if I have it in my hand. As a cop, I get told that. I walk up to the car, my first thing, protect. Right? Easiest way to protect is to get the two people separate one another. So I took the who was the alleged threat, I took him out of the car, I put him in the squad car, I handcuffed him because if he do got a weapon, then I don't want it to discharge, shoot me, get up. I don't want nobody else hurt. Let me get you out of the situation. But the thing that this cop did while the child was detained, he asked questions. And upon asking the questions, what did he find out? Oh, that's my grandson. Situation ain't what you thought it was. And don't get me confused. For that child, for that 18-year-old boy, that's a traumatic experience.
Yes.
And from the outside looking in, without all the pieces put to the puzzle, most people, including myself, before I went and just did a deep dive on the situation itself, was like, another racist cop treating a black kid like this because he's black and he got something that they don't think he's supposed to have.
So, my thing was, when I first read it, I was like, oh, that's messed up. Why would they do that? An 18-year-old boy like that. And like, he was just going to work and all those things. But then when we did the deep dive and I understood it, I'm like, yes, I would expect you to do it and de-escalate the situation. Yes, I got to put him in the squad car. Yes, I got to make sure he's handcuffed, because if he is the perpetrator and he is doing these things, he can't get away. We ain't going to just let him run to do this to somebody else. But the thing is, after the grandmother had explained to him, that's my grandson, and all those things. Yes, grandmother could be a little distraught, and the son and grandson could too, because it's like, oh, well, I didn't do nothing. But nobody lost their life. Nobody was abused. Nobody, there was no harm. I'd rather it be done like that any day of the week.
Right.
I'd rather you handcuff me and be like, sir, I realize you 6'2" and you 262 pounds. Like, just for all safety, you mind if we handcuff you? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Yes, I don't like being told I gotta be handcuffed because I'm big, but I know I'm big and I know I can do damage. But the idea is making sure everyone is being safe. Mm-hmm. But this is, I would say, would be, I don't know if it was factually police protocol, but I'd rather you do this one. Hey, let me put the handcuffs on you. We're going to have you sit in the squad car for a minute and figure out what's going on, so everybody's safe, versus I rebuke you and I get shot in the face.
You see what I'm saying? It's two different energies. It's a guy, one, doing his job and doing what I'm doing the best I can, trying to make sure everybody goes home. Life preserved. I want to make sure everybody go home. Or if everybody that's righteous go home and the other people go to prison, I'm with that too.
Yeah.
And if it's you in the wrong, and you gotta go to your home, the upper room, then that's a different situation. But hey, it is what it is. You make choices.
Yeah.
What I am saying is this. When you in a situation and you know that, because also keep in mind that the cop explained himself after the incident, so that there's no confusion as to what took place. I was given this tip. I acted on that tip, but I ensured that everybody was safe. That was my primary mission, to make sure that she wasn't getting robbed. But now that I know that she's not getting robbed, y'all, hey, I know it's traumatic. I know it don't seem like the right thing to do, but sometimes the thing that gets you to go home and everybody sometimes don't seem right.
Yes.
But
and before somebody says, well, they didn't have to do him like that, what if it was what it looked like? What if this elderly lady was being at gunpoint robbed and nobody did nothing because they were like, oh, well, I didn't want it to seem like it was racist. Like, and that's where me as a black man, I understand there are certain racially charged racial issues out here, but we can't deem everything as racist because we don't like how it looks or the outcome. Like, and that's like playing that card. Like, every black person know what the black card is. Yeah, you pull that black card all the time. But that becomes the big issue. When you pull that card 24/7, when it's time to really pull a card because it is what it is, It's like nobody cared because you said that about the last 10 things.
You desensitized it. I can't call what actually is because I'm called on everything that wasn't.
Yes.
And now when people out here really got something to say, when you got redlining that didn't happen, when you got Tulsa that didn't happen, when you got the Tuskegee Airmen that didn't happen, when you got Rosewood, Eric Garner that happened, when you got all these
Tamir Rice, when you have true events where it is blatant racism.
You got Sonia Messi right now that just happened.
And it's bad because it's like I hate these talking points because it make you think, well, dang, this is a there, that happened. We're going all through history from the inception of the United States to now.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't talk about the cases where it's like, hey, it was not that. It was maybe a misunderstanding, or maybe it was actually what it looked like. It was somebody doing wrong. Like, you can't say, oh, because I'm black, I get to rob people.
It's not true.
It's like, no, that's a dumb and ignorant thing to say. But when you sit there and talk about everything is racism, oh, this is this. I'm sorry. There are times where deadly force is needed. Mm-hmm. And I wish everybody could go home. I truly do wish that everybody could go home. But in those cases where it's truly needed, mm-hmm. Hey, it is what it is. Yes, I'm sorry your son passed away, but your son had a gun to somebody else's face, and the only way they could stop it was this. Yes, your child was doing something that could have harmed a lot of people. I'm sorry, but your child's not going home tonight. And that is a horrible way of looking at it. But we have to get to a point where we call out the actual truth and the facts versus trying to play that card again. It's like, where's the card?
Where's the card? It's like a lot of people, if you go to certain, Targets and Walmart, they got all the black hair care products locked in the case. And other people's stuff not. Right? And I say other people, but majority of the other stuff's not.
Yes.
They just treat black. No. It's just so happened that these products right here are all black, but these are the ones that get stole often. Now, a store could drive a correlation between the two and be like, only black hair products get stolen, so only black people must be stealing hair care products. Instead of doing that, you know what? Everything that gets stolen, which is ironically on the same aisle and ironically serve the exact same demographic of people, let's just lock those products up.
But hell, let's be real. They do that everywhere now. And I'm going to say the number one spot, I see it now, Walmart Electronics. Man, you can't get a cable cord from Walmart without asking, can I get an associate to come help me?
Right.
Because all of it's locked up now because a lot of people stealing them phone cases, all that, the chargers, the wall, all of it. Like, I don't see too many of anything in electronics that is not locked up. Is that racist? No. It's just because it's been shown that
this is what gets stolen, so I gotta protect that.
But the reason why I say this is because, yes, I am going to be the person that calls out the honest truth. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right. Just like I had to retract my statement on the second one because I just heard from the headlines and what they said. And I was like, that's messed up. An 18-year-old boy trying to go to work gets pulled over with his white grandmother because of what? Then it's like when you deep dive into it and find out the whole thing, I'm like, I'm wrong.
But this is why I feel like media has to take accountability. You write these headlines and you write them in a way to you wanted to charge people up. You want to polarize. Hey, no. It's a racism play here. But you ain't did the same way I'm able to go through, get all the information and give it to you. It's the same way you was a media person. You are supposed to, I got to give it to you how it is.
Yeah.
Not how I interpret it. I really need to be telling you these facts and letting you come up with your own interpretation of what you read.
Yes.
As opposed to, no, he's in a car with his grandmother, she's white, he's black, the cops doing this. They don't tell you nothing coming from the cops' point of view. They don't tell you nothing coming from the bystander who was watching. They don't tell you none of that.
Yeah.
They just tell you, no, it's racially charged. You got to do better. The song you're messing. We got the video. Thank God we got the video, because I guarantee if we ain't had the video, it's going to be a whole, oh, no, she was holding a weapon, she was this, that, shit. It would have went totally left.
Oh, it definitely would have went left. Like, man, just like, what was this? What was it, Sandra?
Sandra who?
The one where, wasn't she the one where she was in the house and they came in because they thought it was her?
Oh,
but
she was
the wrong house.
She used to date the guy, and she moved on from the guy, and then they got a. I don't even think they got a warrant to search her house or do it, but they got a.
And then her boyfriend opens fire because he thinks somebody breaking in, and the police open fire back and kill her.
Yeah,
I'm like when you hear a lot of things, it's like, yes, you gotta call a spade a spade. It's like, come on, man. So because I dated somebody, it's an issue.
My life is in jeopardy now.
It's like you could call those things, but when it's right, it's right. When it's wrong, it's wrong. I wish they would give everybody all the information so you can make that
informed decision.
Yes, if you don't have it, it's like you're just going off of ignorance now.
And I'll guarantee you, we said it here, but our viewership ain't a million plus. It's going to be countless people who go back and read just that article, and now they have a skewed perspective, at least in that area, based on something that's outright lie. Oh, I ain't going to say it's outright lie, but it's withheld information.
Which is a lie.
Which is a lie. And it's withheld information, and then it's, like I said, polarizing. It's to drive home a point. So you gave them no conclusion as to what actually took place. And now that cop going to have to go down in history as, that one racist cop who did that to that 18-year-old boy. In reality, he probably ain't got a racist bone in his body. I'm just a man doing my job to make sure that not just the 18-year-old was safe, the old lady was safe, and I'm safe.
Yeah.
It is what it is. All right. We're going to go into the final situation. We're going to keep it short. You know what grinds my gears? Women on social media say they'd rather be stuck in the forest with a bear versus a man.
I thought when I first heard this, I thought they were joking. I thought it was just but then I heard so many people talk about it. I'm like, why do we have to say these ignorant, stupid, illogical, irrational points that make no sense? A bear. You know, bear eats meat. Like, they eat fish, but they also eat meat. Like, if you look at bear's teeth, the reason why we have sharper teeth, because we eat meat too. Like, anything that has sharper teeth eats meat.
Carnivore.
Is a carnivore or a omnivore. Omnivore eats plants and meat, but it eats meat. Like, the fact that people, that ladies at this point in time are saying you'd rather be in the dang forest with this bear that if it smells food, it's going for food. They were like, what was it? If it's brown, lay down. If it's black, you run. And if it's a polar bear, you're dead.
It did. Polar bear gonna kill you.
Yeah, no matter what, it's gonna kill you. But you have to be with the bear than the man. Oh, automatically men are supposed to want what's bad for you all the time. What about all the men that be trying to help? What about all the men that genuinely like do the damsel in distress? There's a lot of dudes that have lost their life trying to save a woman that they didn't even know.
Stop. And this is why they had them statements like chivalry is dead. But I'm like, chivalry ain't dead. It's just they got a good murderer. Like it's like I guess it is dead. But we can't sit back and act like chivalry killed itself. If it's dead, it didn't die of natural causes. It was murdered. Okay? You can't go through and act like every guy in America or every guy in the world is Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Because that's what it gives off. Like, oh, if I'm with a guy and he's with me in the forest, he's automatically going to try to assault me in some way.
That's just crazy to me.
When you got a bear who is guaranteed, okay, you witness with a bear, it is guaranteed you gone.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking ladies think because it's cuddly and fat.
It's not a teddy bear.
Like,
But
this is the only thing I think.
due to limited exposure with bears, even myself, I guess you could have a skewed perspective of what a bear actually is.
I watch bear nature shows all the time.
Guys watch nature. My wife used to talk, be like, you only want to watch Discovery Channel and another one that was talking about like space and all that.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, because it's about stuff that I don't know.
Yes, I'd rather have something and not need it than need it and not have it. Because if I get trapped in the woods, let's just say for some stupid reason I'm in the woods and I get trapped in the woods, I know certain things. I know that if I touch this, it may be poison ivy. It's going to mess me up. Oh, if I eat this berry, it may kill me. And I know if this big 6 foot, 300-pound bear is looking at me, I got to figure something out because it may kill me.
No, it's not amazing.
90% of the time, it's going to kill me.
There's a guy, and I saw him on Nature Channel. He actually killed a bear, but I was like, the way he looked, I was like, you sure you didn't just want to die? I was like, because your face scarred up, your arm ripped half, the stretch, your leg,
It's crazy because you hear all these nature shows about people getting mauled and getting messed up. And I'm like, oh, but you want to be out there with it. Oh, Winnie the Pooh gonna give me a hug.
I just feel like that shows lack of real world experience. It's another one that they have online where there's like, okay, to get in your car, would you rather have to fight a chicken every day or fight a lion once?
I'm like, I heard that one, and I was like, that sounds stupid in every way. Me and that chicken gonna knuckle up, and I'm gonna have fried chicken tonight.
I'm gonna have a meal every. I ain't
gotta worry about being hungry.
I would think it a blessing. I'm like, first of all, here's the scenario. I'll come to drink. I'll be like, bro, country, look, bro. I'm telling you, I'm blessed. And he'd be like, how? Every morning I wake up, it's a chicken in my car. You know how many eggs I got? Bro, I got chicken every day. I'm never going to be hungry.
My nickname is Big Country. You think I don't know how to ring a chicken's neck? You think I'm not going to ring? It's like, oh, it's over. No, I got chicken today. I'm going to have chicken dumplings, chicken nuggets, chicken, roasted chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken. I'm going to have chicken a la king.
Bruh, I'm going to have a chicken coop in the back. I got eggs. I got chicken. Bruh, I'm going to have so much. I'm going to have some amazing pillows. Because all these feathers I done plucked in this thing. They gonna be like, this boy's crazy. I'm like, yes. Now, I come to, let's be clear. I walked to Jeremy house. And I'm like, bro, you won't believe what happened to me. It's a lion in my car.
It looks like that lion gonna be in your car.
I gotta buy a new car. Obviously, I'm not meant to drive that one. And I don't, after I get through getting rid of that car, I'm gonna be like, if somebody came and got the lion out for me, I'll be like, well, I don't want the car because obviously it attracts lions. I don't want the car.
Or you can sell the lion and get money from it. It's like, no, he's in the car.
In the car. Take the lion and the car.
Mm-hmm.
At the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
The lion's attached to the car, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you can have it.
But I'm saying, now you brought up a new money because I'd be like, every zoo in America, I'm going to increase the population of lions because they're going to be like, every time you get a car, it's a new lion in the car.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
but it would fight a lion once.
Yeah.
Or a chicken every day. I'm like, man, I'm fighting a chicken.
But I'm saying, until I fight the lion, I can't drive the car.
Yeah.
So I'm going to buy the car.
Yeah. Hey.
Like,
yeah.
At the dealership, it's a lion in the car. I can't drive it.
Man.
Sir, there's no lion in the car. It's a lion. Look in the car. It's a lion.
So, random one I heard, and if you're a weed head, only weed head would come up with this one. It was like, did you know that scrambled eggs are just fried chicken?
Yeah. On that note, this has been another episode. What are you? This has been another episode. So funny.
Y'all be easy.